In this video, we're going to take a look at some progressions that will help you to get the pistol squat. First thing that we need to focus on for our pistol squat is to make sure that we can do a deep, full body weight squat. What we're aiming for here is to drop our butt down close to our heels as close as possible. You don't want to lean forward in the beginning when doing this. We're trying to sit upright as much as possible, get comfortable in this squat before moving on. Now looking at this from the front, you're going to notice that Kirsty's feet are about shoulder width apart. She's sitting as deep down into the squat as she can with her hands up in front. Remember, the deeper you can get into this squat, the better off you're going to be in order to move into the next progression for the pistol squat. Next up, we're going to practice rolling while holding our ankles. Now this is very important movement. It's going to come into play when we want to pop up into the squat from this rolling position. In the beginning though, make sure you have this first one down where you're just on the ground and you tuck your chin close to your chest before you roll up. Now, once you feel comfortable with the roll, you can start working on rolling up into the squat position. As Kirsty does this, notice that she sits back, tucking the chin and then popping into the squat. This can be a tough move to get in the very beginning. What is going to help you to get up into the squat is to pull your heels as close to your butt as possible as you roll forward. Once you're very comfortable rolling up into a regular squat, we can start doing the same thing but with one leg. Now here you can see Kirsty popping up onto this one leg, but if you need to, feel free to use your hands on the ground as training wheels. Please take note of Kirsty's foot when she comes forward. She actually brings it towards the center of her body instead of leaving it out as if you're doing a regular two-footed squat. Bring the foot in close to your body, and remember, you can use your hands on the ground for training wheels. Just pop up slightly into the squat. We don't want to stand up just yet. Next up, we're going to pop up just a little higher. This needs to be explosive as you do this. Focus on lifting your chest as you drive your leg into the ground. This is what's really going to help to give this movement the explosive pop-up that you need. Looking at this from the side, notice that Kirsty tries to keep her back as straight as possible, and she doesn't rush to try and stand completely up. Really take your time with this progression and don't try and rush into standing completely up. In this progression, we're going to start standing. Squat down, roll backwards, pop back into that squat, and stand all the way back up. Notice how nice and easy Kirsty sits down and back into this movement. This is the key point for this one because you don't want to quickly sit down and go back. There's a chance that you hit your head. So very smooth with this movement, gradually working up to be able to do it. Looking at this from the front, notice how Kirsty brings her leg up, slowly sitting down and back, and smoothly transitioning into the full pistol squat to standing. Take note again of her foot placement as she comes forward before standing up out of the squat, using her hands for assistance. So showing the full movement here, slowly rolling back, using control as she stands up on the opposite leg. Next up is what we've been working towards, the full pistol squat without the roll. As long as you've been working through these progressions, this is actually going to be pretty easy. You have the strength, you have the flexibility, and you have that control. And that's what we've been using these progressions for, is to make sure that you have that balance and strength and flexibility to be able to do this and make it look pretty. One point I'd like to make is notice how Kirsty starts with the arms out to the side and then brings them forward as she squats down into this pistol squat. As she stands up, she brings her arms back out to the side. This is really going to help with balance and make these pistol squats even better. Be sure to work through each progression that we've shown you here, and you'll be well on your way to having some solid pistol squats. Here's another video that I think you'll like. Check it out and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already.